Yesterday, something truly magical and secret happened behind the scenes of your life. Something your physical eyes did not see, but which your heart certainly felt in some inexplicable way. Someone you love deeply, that person whose absence sometimes weighs on your chest and brings longing, received news about you. And the reaction was surprising. The angels unveil that upon hearing your name or receiving an energetic update about your light, this person became visibly excited, with a racing heart and a different sparkle in their eyes. Did you feel a sudden change in the air yesterday? Perhaps a shiver, a sensation of presence, or a sudden urge to smile for no apparent reason. This was the echo of his happiness, reaching you through the invisible ties that still unite you both, and which have never fully broken. Dear soul, you were guided here by the hands of celestial messengers, because you need to know what is truly happening in the heart of the one you await with such patience. Physical separation is often just a temporary illusion, for on the spiritual plane, conversations continue and feelings intensify when we least expect it. The angels of love saw the exact moment he learned that you are becoming stronger, more beautiful, and more emotionally prepared. This news awakened in him a sense of urgency and a renewed admiration he was trying to hide. What seemed cold yesterday has warmed up. What seemed distant yesterday took a wide step towards return and reconciliation. But before I tell you exactly what caused this excitement, and what the next steps guided by the celestial plan will be, it is fundamental that you connect now to this energy field of light and faith. Subscribe to the channel at this moment. By subscribing, you are not just following a page, you are opening the doors of your life to receive daily guidance and sacred protection for your relationship. Leave your like, your thumbs up on this video as well. See this simple gesture as your yes to the universe, confirming that you are ready and receptive to receive the love you deserve. Your like is a silent prayer that activates the energy of reciprocity and accelerates the answers you seek. And by the law of return, I invite you to share this revelation. When you share hope with another person, the heavens multiply the blessings on your own effective path. To seal your presence here and show the angels that you believe in the restoration of bonds, write the following power phrase in the comments: "My love is being prepared to return." By typing these words, you to give substance to your faith and create a magnetic point of attraction for this miracle in your life. Dear soul, breathe deeply and calm your anxiety now. The angels know you have been crying in silence and asking for a clear sign. This video is the sign you were waiting for. The enthusiasm he felt yesterday is living proof that the bond between you remains strong. Prepare yourself to receive this message that will warm your hope and show that the celestial plan is working in your favor at this very instant, looking after every detail of your romantic destiny. Dear soul, I feel an intense and luminous vibration as I connect with your energy at this moment. There is an urgent message laden with tenderness that the heavens wish to deliver directly to your heart. Yesterday, something invisible to human eyes, but thunderous on the spiritual plane, occurred. The person you keep in the most sacred space of your chest, that being you recognize as your soulmate, experienced a sudden and powerful awakening. Someone mentioned your name, or perhaps a memory of you surfaced so vividly that it froze time for him. In that instant, a wave of enthusiasm ran through his spirit, lighting a flame that seemed to be dormant beneath the ashes of distance and time. The angels of love disclose that this event was not a coincidence. Nothing in the universe happens by chance. What occurred yesterday was a purposeful touch from the celestial spheres to initiate the process of spiritual reconnection between the two of you. I know the road has been lonely and that, often, doubt tried to make its home in your thoughts. You asked yourself if true love would really return, if the wait would be worth it. Understand, dear soul, that the separation you went through never had the purpose of punishing or causing eternal suffering. On the contrary, it was an indispensable period of preparation, designed with supreme wisdom. Imagine two majestic rivers that are born at the top of opposite mountains. For them to meet and form an immense and deep ocean, they must first traverse their own valleys, navigate around their own stones, and gain strength individually. If they had united right at the source, they would be merely a fragile brook, incapable of withstanding storms. The distance served for you to become a complete woman, wise and strengthened in your own essence, and for him to also act with maturity and understand the inestimable value of your presence. Now, the courses of these two rivers are being diverted towards each other by the hand of the angels. The news or sign he received yesterday served as a lightning bolt amidst the darkness. It made him realize that, regardless of where he is or who he is with, the connection with you is the strongest link of his existence. He became excited, his heart raced, and an inner smile formed, for his soul recognized the call of yours. The spiritual reconnection has already begun on the ethereal plane, and very soon, it will become tangible in physical reality. The angels of love are weaving with threads of golden light the perfect circumstances for this reunion. Bear in mind that the patience you have demonstrated thus far has been observed and blessed. You remained faithful to what you felt, even when the world said otherwise. This unshakable faith created an irresistible magnetic field. The separation fulfilled its role and now loses its function. The purpose has been achieved. Two evolved souls, ready to live a mature, serene, and predestined love. There is no longer a need for blocks or distances. The universe conspires in favor of this union and removes, one by one, the obstacles that previously seemed insurmountable. Feel the comfort of these words, dear soul, for they are the confirmation that your prayers have been heard. Anxiety no longer has a place in your days, for the certainty of the return must fill every space of your being. That enthusiasm he felt yesterday is proof that the feeling not only survived, but grew in the silence. He is realizing that life without you lacks color, brilliance, and real meaning. The longing, which was once just a dull ache, has transformed into the fuel that will propel him back into your arms. Prepare your spirit, for the climax of this story is about to unfold before your eyes. The reunion will be much more beautiful and sacred than you ever dared to dream. It will be the perfect fit of two pieces that, now polished by experience, join together never to let go again. Breathe deeply and receive this truth. The love of your life is coming back, guided by the light and the will of the heavens, and the joy he felt yesterday is merely the prelude to the immense happiness you will live together. You are ready, blessed, and protected to live this miracle. Dear soul, I bring today a revelation that will warm your heart and bring peace to your most restless thoughts. There is a silent conversation happening on the spiritual plane, a dialogue that does not use words, but rather pure vibrations of affection and recognition. Yesterday, something very specific happened, a subtle event that perhaps went unnoticed by your physical eyes, but which your intuition captured with certainty. The person you hold with such affection in your chest received news, heard your name, or simply was flooded by such a vivid memory of you that his heart raced in a rhythm of pure joy and longing. The angels show me that he became excited, feeling a renewed hope, as if a light had been switched on in a dark room. It is fundamental that you understand, dear soul, how these invisible mechanisms of love work. Often, physical distance or momentary silence can seem like insurmountable barriers, creating doubts and fears in your mind. You may wonder if he still cares, if the connection has lost its strength, or if forgetfulness has taken the place of passion. However, the celestial plan sends constant angelic signs to prove to you otherwise. What happened yesterday is living proof that the tie which unites you remains intact and vibrant. Imagine, dear soul, that between your heart and his, there exists a rope made of the purest and most resistant light in the universe. It is like the deep roots of two ancient trees that, although distant on the surface, intertwine beneath the earth, nourishing one another. When you feel a pang of longing, that rope vibrates and carries the feeling to him. In the same way, when he heard about you yesterday, or when he thought of you with intensity, that rope trembled and sent waves of warmth and certainty to your spirit. This is true telepathic connection, a phenomenon that ignores kilometers and ignores time. Have you noticed certain coincidences lately? Perhaps a song playing on the radio exactly when you think of him, or numerical sequences like 1111 or 2222 appearing repeatedly on the clock and on number plates. Understand that this is not the work of chance. It is a loving synchronicity orchestrated by the winged messengers to validate what you feel. It is the message of the universe saying that you are tuned to the same frequency. Yesterday, when he felt this excitement upon thinking of you, He sent, without knowing, a powerful sign. Perhaps you felt a sudden shiver, a sensation of presence by your side, or a sudden peace in the middle of the day. Know, dear soul, that he thinks of me. You can affirm to yourself with conviction. His thoughts seek yours like birds returning to the nest at dusk. Even if he has not said anything directly to you yet, his soul shouted your name. His reaction yesterday was one of profound recognition that you are essential in his life. He missed your smile, your energy, and the peace that only you can transmit. This excitement he felt is the harbinger of future movements, of an approach that is being drawn in the stars. Do not allow anxiety to cloud your spiritual vision. You are an enlightened soul prepared to receive the blessings that are reserved for your path. Doubt is merely a passing cloud trying to hide the sun, but the sun of true love always returns to shine. Keep in mind that his silence is not an absence of love, but is often the moment to process intense feelings he has for you. Yesterday was a day of awakening for him, a moment in which the importance of your presence became undeniable. The angels ask that you maintain your vibration high and your heart open. Trust these subtle signs. When you dream of him, know that it is a real meeting of souls on the astral plane. When you smell his scent out of nowhere, know that he is wishing to be by your side. This invisible communication is the foundation that sustains the relationship in moments of pause. Everything is aligning for the greater good. The confirmation you asked for so much is here. You are not alone in this feeling. The love is reciprocal, and the connection is eternal. Now, to seal this truth in your reality, and allow this energy of love to circulate freely to you, I invite you to make a powerful affirmation. By writing these words, you anchor the certainty in the physical plane and open the doors for more miracles. Write in the comments, "Our connection is protected by the heavens and love always wins." Dear soul, pay close attention to what the winds of change bring to your energetic field at this moment. There is a powerful and invisible movement happening around you, orchestrated by the winged messengers who look after sacred unions. The title of this message is not a chance occurrence, but a confirmation of that which your heart, in its infinite intuitive wisdom, had already been feeling. Yesterday was a day marked by a significant energetic turning point. Someone you love, someone with whom your history seems to have been suspended in time, received information, a sign, or a perception that completely altered his emotional state. The heart of this person, which perhaps seemed closed or distant, was touched by a wave of enthusiasm and hope upon knowing something about you. Dear soul, understand that not every distancing is a definitive goodbye. In the celestial plan, many separations are, in truth, strategic pauses necessary for the maturing of both parties. It is like the winter that must happen so that spring can explode in more vivid colors. During this time of silence, the soil of your relationship was resting, gaining nutrients, preparing itself for a new planting. What happened yesterday was the first ray of sun breaking through the gray clouds. He heard, whether through mutual friends, social media, or even through an overwhelming intuition, that you are different. He knew that you are looking after yourself, that your light is shining stronger, and that you did not let yourself be beaten by sadness. This news caused a profound impact. Contrary to what fear may tell you, knowing you are well did not drive him away. On the contrary, it awakened in him a primitive instinct of reconquest. Admiration is the basis of any lasting love, and upon perceiving your strength and your serenity, the image he has of you was renewed and elevated. The excitement he felt yesterday came accompanied by a clear and urgent thought. Life by your side was more colorful, and the possibility of losing the chance to be with you again became an unbearable weight. The angels of reconciliation are acting exactly on this point, transforming pride into longing and doubt into certainty. In this instant, the spiritual guidance for you is to maintain calm and confidence. The strategy to retie this bond does not involve pursuit or anxiety. The secret lies in magnetic attraction. By keeping your vibration elevated, you confirm to the universe and to him that you are ready for a relationship based on joy and not on dependence. The higher plan is aligning the hands of the clock for the perfect time. It is not necessary to force doors that are already being unlocked from the inside. His curiosity has been activated, and longing has begun to speak louder than any logical reason he used to keep himself away. We are arriving at the climax of this situation, dear soul. The excitement he felt yesterday was not an isolated event, but the beginning of a domino effect. That which he heard about you planted a seed of urgency in his chest. He realized that time is precious, and that connections like yours are rare as diamonds. The certainty that you are his soul partner is returning with total force, breaking the barriers of the ego. Prepare your spirit to receive, for the movement of return has already begun in the world of energies, and very soon will Pikikern become concrete in your physical reality. The second chance you deserve is being drawn with the inks of true love and acquired wisdom. Be certain that what is yours always finds the way back home. Dear soul, pay close attention to what the celestial messengers bring now regarding the mysteries of wordless communication. There is an invisible tie, stronger than any steel cable, which unites you to the person who inhabits your most tender thoughts. Yesterday, something extraordinary happened in the energetic field of the one you love. This person felt a sudden wave of spirit and happiness, a warmth that invaded the chest and made him smile without logical explanation. And the reason for this change of state was your ethereal presence. Not because someone pronounced your name physically, but because your essence touched his through loving telepathy. Understand that, in the kingdom of truly connected souls, physical distance is not a barrier capable of preventing the touch of affection. Think of this as two radios tuned to exactly the same frequency. When one transmits a signal, the other captures the melody immediately, no matter where they are positioned on the map. You are a potent antenna of light and affection. In the moment you emanate hope, peace, or even a sweet thought about him, this energy travels instantly and is received by his heart as a notification of love. That is why, often, you think of him and he appears, or you feel an emotion that does not belong to you, but rather to him, asking for support or sharing joy. The angels unveil that this telepathic connection is the secret language of sacred love. Do you know when you smell a familiar perfume out of nowhere, or hear a song in your mind that he likes? These are clear signs that he is thinking of you with intensity and longing. That enthusiasm he felt yesterday was the response of his spirit to the comfort your soul sent. Perhaps you had an instant of absolute certainty about your union. This vibration of faith reached him like a restorative balm, curing tiredness and bringing renewal to his day. It is fascinating to realize that you converse all the time, even in the most absolute silence. You exchange states of mood and sensations through the air. That is why it is so important to look after what you emit. By cultivating joy and confidence within your being, you are, in truth, feeding him with this same emotional nutrition. You strengthen him from a distance with your stability. Do not discard these perceptions as fantasies of your mind. You are intuitive and blessed with the capacity to feel beyond brute matter. The higher plan uses these telepathic signs to confirm that the tie between you remains alive, pulsing, and unbreakable, regardless of time or space. Accept this truth and trust in what your heart captures, for it is the most refined receiver that exists. Now, I invite you to take a pause and look inside with gentleness. Dear soul, recall a recent moment when you felt a sharp change of emotion, or an inexplicable certainty that he was by your side, even being far away. How did your body react to this silent call? Reflect on this experience and validate your feeling, for acknowledging this power further strengthens this golden bridge that unites your destinies. Dear soul, calm your spirit and open your heart to receive this message that comes directly from the higher spheres. Yesterday, something very important happened on the etheric plane and had immediate reflections in the physical world. The person you carry in your thoughts, that special someone who makes your heart vibrate at a different frequency, felt a powerful emotion. He heard something about you, or perhaps a memory of yours, surfaced with such vivacity that it was as if you were present in the room with him. This occurrence awakened in him a renewed spirit, a hope that was dormant, and an urgent desire to resume contact. Know, dear soul, that the universe never stops working in your favor. What you call silence is, in truth, an intense movement behind the scenes of reality. There are signs of return scattered all along your path. One simply needs to know how to interpret them with eyes of faith, and not with the lenses of fear, just as the smell of wet earth announces rain before the first drop even touches the soil. The sudden feelings of peace and joy that invade your chest are harbingers that he will return. This is the perfect metaphor for your current moment. The air has already changed. The atmospheric pressure has altered, and everything indicates that the storm of loneliness is coming to an end, giving way to a shower of blessings and reconciliation. Have you noticed repeated numerical sequences? Perhaps the number 111 or 222 appears constantly on the clock, on car number plates, or on receipts. These are not mere mathematical chances. They are love letters sent by the angels to give you assurance. They indicate that the alignment is correct and that the nearby reunion is a certainty written in the stars. When you see these numbers, it is the cosmos blinking at you, confirming that your requests were heard and are being answered. Another clear sign is the music. Does that song which marked your history play on the radio or in a random playlist precisely when you were thinking of giving up? This is the universe shouting that the connection still lives and pulses strongly. Yesterday, upon getting excited at the mention of your name or the memory of your essence, this person emitted a wave of energy that you probably captured. Perhaps you felt a sudden warmth in your chest, a sensation of optimism for no apparent reason, or even dreamed of him in a very vivid way. These are signs from the universe that the barrier between you is dissolving. The telepathy between two souls destined to stay together is faster than any text message. What he feels there reverberates in you here. His excitement is the fuel that was missing for him to take the attitude of returning to your life. Understand, dear soul, that the pride and fear which previously prevented the approach are being dismantled. The news he had about you, whether seeing a photo of yours where you seemed radiant, or knowing that you are following your life with dignity, caused a profound impact. He realized that he can no longer lose time. The possibility of losing you for good lit the sense of urgency in him. The angels are working on his thoughts, softening the edges and healing ancient hurts. The one you love is being prepared to be the partner you deserve. Often, anxiety tries to blind you to these indications. Fear tries to convince you that everything is over. But I come here to affirm the opposite. The concrete and subtle signs are everywhere. When you smell a familiar perfume out of nowhere, when you hear someone call his name in the street, when you feel that shiver on the nape of your neck that only his presence caused, know that it is his energy approaching yours. His energetic field is already seeking yours, anticipating the physical meeting. It is his soul asking permission to enter your home again. Be attentive and vigilant, but not anxious. The preparation for the return demands that you are in your best version, vibrating high, confident, and serene. There is no need to force doors or to pursue. The magnetism of true love is infallible. In the same way that the tide recedes, only to later advance with total force towards the sand, his distancing served only for him to gain momentum to return. And believe me, he will return. The decision has already been made in his heart, propelled by this recent excitement he felt upon thinking of you. The celestial plan is perfect and knows no failures. Every day that passes is one day less in this wait. What was planted with tears will be harvested with smiles shortly. The loved one is going through an internal transformation, recognizing the value you hold. Yesterday was a decisive milestone. The joy he felt upon connecting with your energy from a distance was the confirmation he needed to plan the next steps. The universe conspires, the angels organize, and love executes. Just trust, dear soul, for the signs of return are undeniable, and the return of the one you love is closer than the blink of an eye. Keep faith lit, for the light of reunion already shines on the horizon of your life. Dear soul, the peace that exceeds all understanding comes to meet you in this sacred instant. The angels gather around you, forming a circle of protective light, for they bring an important revelation about what occurred in the last few hours on the spiritual plane and in the heart of someone you carry in your thoughts. Yesterday, there was an energetic movement, a sudden awakening that agitated the waters of this person's emotions. The celestial messengers saw the exact moment when this person received information about you, about your brilliance, and about how you are following your life with dignity and strength. Upon knowing this, his heart raced. There was an excitement, an internal agitation he could barely disguise. But the angels, who see beyond social masks and human pride, want you to understand the root of this reaction. It is fundamental to know how to distinguish whether this agitation is born of a genuine love that wishes to build, or if it is merely the ego trying to retake control over your attention. Dear soul, the sky is removing the veil that covered your vision. For a long time, you may have felt confused, walking in a mist where words did not match actions. This phase of uncertainty is being dissipated by the light of truth. The excitement he felt yesterday is proof that the bond still vibrates, but the intention behind it is what will define your future. The higher plan, Tan discloses, that he realized your value precisely when he felt he could lose access to your generous energy. Caution and wisdom are needed. Angelic protection is active to prevent you from falling into ancient illusions. It is not just about him wanting to return or approach, but about how he will do this. Real love brings peace, consistency, and clarity. Fleeting interest brings anxiety, peaks of euphoria followed by silence and doubts. The angels ask that you observe the concrete actions in the coming days. His excitement needs to transform into solid and respectful action, to be validated by heaven. You, dear soul, are being prepared to receive only what is true. Anything less than a commitment of the soul will not have permission to remain in your life for very long. Your guardians are filtering the energies that approach. If his intention is pure, he will find the way open and will have the courage to be transparent. If it is merely vanity or fear of loneliness, the doors will close softly, protecting your heart from new weariness. Understand that this news he received about you served as a catalyst. It was a test of destiny to see if he is ready to mature. His reaction yesterday was intense, and this shows that you are not indifferent to him. However, celestial wisdom invites you to remain centered, like a queen on her throne, without running after him, without descending from your vibrational level. Let him show what he came for. Let time and attitudes unveil the truth that words often try to hide. The universe is working in your favor, aligning the paths so that doubt no longer has a home in your thoughts. You deserve a connection where emotional security is the basis, and not the exception. Feel embraced by this certainty. The light is being cast upon the shadows, and everything that was hidden about his feelings will surface with crystal clarity. Do not fear the truth, for it is the key to your freedom, and to the realization of the love you dream of and deserve so much. Now, to seal this protection and invoke total clarity over this situation, breathe deeply and repeat this declaration of power to the universe. Say it with faith and confidence. I declare that my spiritual eyes are open to see the truth. I accept only the love that is real, consistent, and blessed by the heavens. May all masks fall, and may only pure intentions remain on my path. I am worthy of clarity and peace. So it is. Dear soul, guard these words deeply in your heart in this sacred moment. The revelation that that special person felt a vibrant emotion upon knowing about you is the confirmation your prayers awaited. It is not merely a coincidence or a passing chance. It is living proof that the invisible ties which unite you continue firm and protected by celestial forces. The greater plan is underway, and every piece is fitting together in the right time, in a way that the human mind often cannot comprehend immediately. Feel now the welcoming embrace of spirituality enveloping your being. You have been patient and maintained faith, even on the grayest days. Now, the sky responds with this sign of hope. The joy he felt is the reflection of the love that still pulses, alive and latent, waiting only for the ideal moment to flower completely. Be certain that the angels are working behind the scenes, removing obstacles and softening hearts for the reunion that is written in the stars. To seal this prophecy and allow this energy of union to descend upon your material life, it is fundamental that you exercise your faith now. I invite you to write in the comments the following power phrase: "True love finds the way back to me." By typing these words, you sign a spiritual decree, authorizing Providence to act in your favor and bring the concretization of your purest dreams. Do not fail to register your testimony of faith. I also ask, with all affection, that you verify if you are already subscribed to our channel. Being part of this community is guaranteeing that you are always under the covering of these prayers and daily guidelines. Leave your like on this video to strengthen our chain of light and allow this message to reach other lives that need consolation. Receive now the final apostolic blessing. May the light of the Creator illuminate your path and dissipate all shadows of doubt. May the angels of love alight upon your home, bringing harmony, understanding, and renewed passion. I bless your life, your feelings, and your future. Go in peace, with the certainty that you are looked after and guided at every step. Stay in the grace and protection of the heavens, dear soul.